Kristi, Floyd, and we're at Barnwell State Park. One of the first things I'm going to show you today is we're going to check out my friend up at the park office. So one of my job duties here at Barnwell State Park is to feed Petey. We feed him twice a week, and we feed him what you call pinkies, and they're about this size. And as you can see, Petey's ready to eat right now. He's been watching that mouse stall out all morning. So we're just going to stick the mouse in the cage. He should eat it. So Petey here is a corn snake. You saw him kind of attack the food. That's like how he would do that in the wild. And as he's eating, he's going to move his jaws side to side to work the food into his mouth. So we're here at cabin 1, and I'm going to run through and do an inspection of cabin 1 so it can be ready to be checked in. It has already been cleaned. Part of my duties are to clean cabins and inspect cabins. This cabin has been cleaned, so I'm going to go ahead and inspect it. So the first thing I'll be looking for is I'll look at the door and I'll see if there's any fingerprints or if there's any noticeable marks on the door. That's kind of like the first thing the guests see when they come into the cabin is if they see fingerprints on the door, they already might be thinking about something else could be wrong in the cabin. So we'll check for that, and I will begin disinfecting door handles and light switches just to make sure that it all got done. So once I'm in the cabin, I work my way around the cabin counterclockwise just to make sure that I hit everything and everything gets wiped down if it already hasn't been. That's pretty much it. Here at Barnwell, we have a high demand for firewood in the recent months, especially since we're getting busier. Our vendor can't make firewood fast enough for us, so we've had to split her on this time. And we split some green wood and we just laid it out to dry out faster on this pavement. And now I'm going to bag them up and store them in the woodshed. I'm just going to take some of the bagged firewood over to the woodshed, and store it, and then we'll head over to the lift station. So I've been a park ranger for 3 years now. I've been in the park service for 5.5, 6 years. I started as a temporary employee doing maintenance at Lake Greenwood State Park for 2 summers while I was in college. And that kind of got me into park life and learning what being a ranger is all about. And made me want to yearn to be a park ranger. And then I got a job at Paris Mountain as an assistant ranger. Well, I was hired as a maintenance worker, and then I was an assistant ranger, and then I was able to move into a park technician role there. And then after Paris Mountain, I got a ranger job at Rivers Bridge as a Ranger 1, and then I moved to Barnwell from there.
So how long have you been at Barnwell?
I've been at Barnwell State Park for 2 years now, about 2 years and a month or so. So we're here at the community building, at the lift station in particular. We had an issue with the septic tank last night after an event, and we're gonna check out the lift station and see if everything's functioning properly. What a lift station does is the septic goes into what we call a wet well in here, and from the wet well there's a pump that's like a sump pump that'll pump it up the hill to another septic tank. So this is basically just a holding tank for the septic, and then it'll pump it up the hill there. So what I'm gonna do is check in here. I'm gonna try to check the level of the sewer in here to see if I can see if it's full or not, and it looks pretty full. What I'm looking for are floats. There are 4 floats in there. Once the levels hit the bottom float, it turns one pump on, and then once it hits the second float, it turns pump number 1 off, and if it hits the third float, it turns pump number 2 on, and then when it hits the 4th float, it turns pump number 2 off. So something's not functioning, the pumps are not running, so we're going to look in here and see if the fuse in here is bad, and change the fuse out and see if we can't get this to start pumping again. The pumps are at auto now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the lid and I'm gonna push this down and see if I can hear the pump running. And I hear it running. Seems like both pumps are working now, and now we just wait. Hey, we're back here at the office, and I have Petey. We've given him some time to digest his food, and thanks for coming along and checking out some of the things that I do at my park, and we hope that you guys come out and visit Barnwell State Park sometime soon.